Peter's claimed that this could be a program-changing weekend.
Yeah, I think the weekend of the 25th in 4 years, when you look back on Nebraska's rise to glory, you're going to look back on 325-23 and say, this is the day that did it.
All right, this is the Boys Down Bad podcast. We are back. 3 men tonight. Chris is here full-time today. Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Really appreciate
You're
that,
welcome.
man.
It fit into my schedule.
How was coaching last week?
It's fine. We're 2-3.
Okay.
That's not great.
Pitching staff hasn't put it all together yet, but they will.
They will.
And then we'll be scary.
A lot of walks.
Yeah. We're averaging like 7 runs a game on offense, so that's
pretty good.
It's good enough.
Just got to put it together.
Yeah. Once we do, it'll state tournament.
Shout out the boys. Any of the boys listen to the pod?
They do.
Nice.
They ask about it all the time.
Shout out the Southeast boys.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
We talked about it the past couple pods. The Nebraska Podcast Awards put on by No Block No Rock Podcast. We got nominated. We got nominated for all 3 categories that we asked you guys to vote for. So thank you. We appreciate it. Give it up for the viewers.
Thanks to the viewers.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that.
We do it for the viewers.
We do.
We do this for the viewers.
We do it for the viewers. Peter's just put out a tweet.
Yeah, so we don't have the voting link yet. That should be coming sometime soon.
Yep.
But it's just...
So the job's not done. We still need you guys to vote for us.
Yeah.
So we can win each
So we
category.
can win the category.
Yeah.
The first time people voted, it was to get us nominated.
Yep.
Now we go.
Now we go. So thank you guys again. We appreciate that. And thank you to No Block No Rock. That's awesome. We're going to talk a little Husker spring ball. And speaking of Husker football, we've got an awesome interview later in the pod with Jeremiah Charles. Awesome kid. He's really cool.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. Fun interview with him. So stick around. That'll be after the rest of the pod. So let's jump into it. Spring ball is here.
Spring ball.
Chris, you were there the other day.
I was there. Yep, there's 4 open practices for media. So I was there last Thursday. Last Thursday was the first day of pads.
Okay.
And they were hitting.
They were popping?
They were
Pads
popping.
were popping?
They were popping.
We love that.
We love that.
Rhule said they were going to hit. They're hitting.
That get you going a little bit?
It got me fired up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. The
Nice.
offensive line and defensive line were going at it.
Good.
Was it like aggressive hitting?
It wasn't light.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like
They weren't trying to kill each other, but they weren't.
they weren't trying, they
weren't trying not.
They weren't being
We're
soft.
trying not to.
I mean, it was like they would hit in the game.
Yeah. Did you go to any practices with Frost?
Yes, I did.
Was there any difference, do you think?
Well, with Frost, we got, with open practices this year, we get 40 minutes to film.
Mm-hmm.
Each practice or
Each practice.
okay.
So what is that? 160 minutes total for
Mm-hmm.
4 practices. With Frost, we got 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, so we were there for only 15 minutes.
You got to
and then we got
hustle.
out. Yeah.
Get that shot.
But yeah, there was no hitting with Frost. So
They were just tagging each other.
yeah.
tag.
So it's a major step up.
Okay. You said they were moving quick, too.
Yeah, so they kind of have, it's kind of like stations. I mean, their position coach follows them around, but they use outside and inside, and then like they're 10 minutes, and then they're on, like they move to, if they're at one end in the inside, they move to the other end inside, and then 10 minutes later they go outside, and then they just rotate.
Nice.
So they're always on the move. Nobody's standing around watching. It was impressive.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Dylan Rhule was here. Did you see him at all?
I did not see
No.
him. No.
Peter's claimed that this could be a program-changing weekend.
Yeah, I think the weekend of the 25th in 4 years, when you look back on Nebraska's rise to glory, you're going to look back on 325-23 and say, this is the day that did it. I mean,
How many 5-stars did we have?
I think 3 5s.
It was like
A lot
number
of-
1, 2, and 3 in the rankings, right? Or is that?
I know it
later in
was Rhule was obviously number 1, and then we had the number 1 wide receiver and the number 1 offensive tackle.
Nice.
So we had number 1 overalls across the board, and then like even the 3-stars that were there were very high 3-stars that had a lot of offers because I mean, you get official visit weekends where it's a lot of just like in-state guys, which we love the in-state guys.
Mm-hmm.
But the weekends where there's 5 stars coming from Arizona, California, Texas, they're a little bit different.
It's exciting.
I think I was talking to Jordan last night. How much money do you think Nebraska spent on this weekend?
I want to know
lot.
like what they do, because they're there the whole weekend. I'm assuming they're doing stuff with the coaches the
I would
whole
assume
time.
so.
Or players.
Especially, I mean, the coaching staff's got to put all their attention to like Rhule and those other 2 5-stars, like taking them out to dinner probably.
Mm-hmm.
It's dinners. It's you have to
photo
your
shoots,
tours.
catering, tours.
So we had that like 360 like camera that spins around. Those can't be cheap. I bet we spent $100,000 just on this weekend.
Ooh,
for $100,000?
That's steep. I don't think it's that much.
Texas spent almost $1 million. They spent like $700,000 on when it was Arch Manning, and I mean you got to think food, you're catering all that in.
Because they probably sent the private jet out to Rhule. Because Rhule's dad played here, so he probably came on the team's jet, so which is probably free. I mean, it costs like the team.
Yeah,
the team already, or the university already owns the jet.
Maybe
so.
$50,000.
That's a good. I never really thought about that.
I could see that.
I do really want to know like what.
I don't know what you do.
But are the meals like if they're going out to dinner, they're probably getting the dinner for a cheaper price, I'm sure. Or they probably pay a flat fee and then they can eat whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question, actually.
I mean,
when we
like
have Rhule on the pod, we'll ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask him.
I wonder, like, NIL talk, how much...
What kind of numbies are we dishing out at these?
I guess the coaches can't
do
any
sure
NIL.
Yeah, I'm sure there are boosters at these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey.
I bet... I mean, Rhule is going to get so much wherever he goes.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid that went... There was a kid that got $9 million to go to Miami. That was a 4-star. He wasn't even the number 1 in his class.
$9 million.
And then Florida offered 9 and then came back and said they don't have the full $9 million. I mean, he's going to get like $6 million to come wherever he goes.
Probably.
In NIL money
that's crazy.
Doesn't really have to do anything for.
Yeah. That's crazy. I've got a hookup with NIL talk, so we'll have him on the pod soon to discuss how all that works, because I was talking to him a couple weeks ago and there's just a lot that goes into it that people don't know.
I bet.
So
it's probably a crazy process.
Yeah. Any other Husker news?
Tommy Hill's back.
Tommy Hill was back at practice after a 1-day hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of funny. Rhule, did you see the videos of Rhule going up and taking a picture of him?
That's awesome.
It's like, holy shit, is that
He's
Tommy
back
Hill?
at practice.
He's here.
I like I think it's kind of corny, the number thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gets a single-digit number yet. It's corny, but it also incentivizes these guys to work. Because, Tommy Hill doesn't want to be number 31 this season.
Yeah.
Like, and then Smothers is 18.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the quarterbacks are already double-digit numbers anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, these guys, is Marcus Washington back?
For the year?
Yeah.
Like, is he coming back? Yeah.
He is.
Because, like, he was wearing number, 17. Like, he doesn't want to wear 17 this year.
No, yeah.
Like, he wants to get his 7 back.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Still no Anthony Grant.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Who knows with that situation?
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Casey Thompson's sitting on the sidelines.
He'll be back.
Jeff Sims isn't throwing a real ball yet.
Yeah.
Which...
maybe it'll help.
The more we, talked it out, it makes a little sense.
Fundamentals.
Yeah.
I do think,
fundamentals. It's early.
We're weekend.
Yeah, it's March.
You're also learning a brand new offense.
Yeah.
And you're kind of regressing learning a new offense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're having to, in the NFL, you hardly are ever going under center.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're having to learn how to run an offense under center.
Yeah.
That can't be super easy.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll be there. I was there Tuesday, so we'll see.
Okay. Keep us updated. Yeah.
Maybe get us some exclusive shots.
Yeah.
Before they get put out
exclusive
on
interviews. Go chat it
Yeah.
up with some of these guys.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
You can try.
What?
I can try.
He won't try.
He won't.
I'll be wearing the Boys Down Bad podcast hat, so
Okay. I'm excited,
for
like,
the brand.
when you're there in the future when these guys we've interviewed.
Or like
If
are
they
there,
notice.
if they
like,
recognize
notice,
the hat.
that'd be
Yeah,
pretty
we'll
cool.
see.
Let's move into the down bads of the week. I think we got a couple good ones. Chris, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with hypocrites. They're down
It's
bad.
general. Very general.
So hear me out.
'Kay.
So in the Creighton game, there was a foul that was called late in the game.
Yep.
Basically decided the game. People that I've talked to that said in the Super Bowl, oh, they shouldn't have called it because of the time
the
left
pass
in the
interference?
Super.
Yeah.
Time left in the
or the holding.
whatever side they were on, whether you were for it or against the call in the Super Bowl, you should take the same exact stance in this Creighton game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't flip back and forth. Like, I talked to one coworker today. He's like, they shouldn't have called that foul. It was barely any contact and all this. I'm like, well, you just said a month ago that they should have called that the pass interference should have been called.
True.
It doesn't matter how much time's left. If it's a foul, it's a foul.
Yeah.
So people that are wishy-washy, stop that crap.
Which I
Pissing me off.
I agree.
I was kind of wishy-washy on it,
Pissing me off.
but now I like.
Because it was a foul.
Yeah.
Like he
It
had his
was a
arm,
foul, yeah.
he had his hand on his hip.
Yeah.
I guess it was a pass. It was holding in the Super Bowl. I just
Yeah.
didn't like the call,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess
Yeah,
you
I
have
mean,
to call it.
Yeah,
And I feel like that happens a lot in football and in basketball. Like last play of the game, someone drives the lane. A lot of times they get fouled. They never call it.
yeah. I mean, like in the Super Bowl, I was cheering against the Chiefs, so obviously I was pissed.
Yeah.
But I was happy with this game because I was cheering against Creighton.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can still be mad about
Yeah.
the call or whatever, but like looking back on the Super Bowl, I'm like, okay, it should have been called because it was a holding.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. That's a good
But
point.
now, like, if you take a step back without cheering for either team, you can say, oh, it was a foul. It should have been called.
A foul should be a foul at any point in the game.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter how much time's left. Like, if it's there, you got to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Now.
you can't determine, oh, there's 1 second left. I shouldn't call a foul here if he just hacks the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like,
If you're on
you
the
have to
other
call it.
side of this argument, you say one was the Super Bowl and one was in the Elite Eight.
Yeah. Still.
Still, it's
Yeah.
the same. It's
I think
I get what you're saying, like, because I was saying, like, yeah, you have to make the players earn it. So,
if I'm a Creighton fan, I'm more upset. Obviously, I'm pissed about the foul,
yeah.
but there definitely should have been time added back.
Yeah. I do agree with that.
And
There's
It
what,
should've been
0.2
Creighton.
seconds?
Yeah.
and it should have been.
But they said the
Creighton's
time didn't. No, it was off Creighton.
ball. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was off
Okay.
Creighton. So it would have been San Diego State's ball anyway, and the game would have been over.
Okay.
But
for some reason, I thought
They
it
should have
would've
just said, give the ball to San Diego State, let them throw it in bounds, and the game's over.
been- Yeah.
Don't talk about this stopwatch crap either. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, just give them the ball with .2. They throw it in, touch it, game over.
I agree.
So, like, I don't know what they were talking about with the stopwatch, but
I didn't even know a stopwatch was brought up.
yeah, because the clock didn't start. It's supposed to start right when the ball's touched on the
Mhm. Right.
inbound. Apparently, with the human error, it didn't start right when the ball was touched when both players went up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they said if it would have started on time, there would have been no time left. So they brought a stopwatch out, and one of the refs held the stopwatch and started the stopwatch at 1.2.
They
going
can't.
down.
They can't change it because of that, though, right?
Yeah, they can. So
If
Gene's
it's a
territory.
ref,
Yeah, because Gene's territory is like with the human error, they have to go to a stopwatch, which is what they did in the olden days, like before TV and all that, and replay and actually like
time it out.
time it out. Which again is still human error because
You have to
when
start
do you
and
start the
stop it.
stopwatch? Like, I don't know. It just
True.
there's a
some
bad
reason-
ending to the game, but I was still happy.
Yeah, and at first I didn't think it was a foul. But then when you saw a close up, he
Yeah.
got him on the hip, and it's a floater where you can really you get moved even just with like a little bit of contact on the hip, where if it's a shot where he's probably not like in his hip there,
Yeah.
and if it's a layup, I feel like you get a little bit more leeway as the
Yeah.
defender to give him a little bump and if it's egregious, like, you have to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't shove him a ton, but he did just enough where
Where
he
you
was
have-
in the air. It affected him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked they called it.
I actually
But-
was too. I didn't
Yeah.
think they were gonna, and then the guy put his hand up.
Well, we'll talk about Creighton a little bit later in
Yeah.
the podcast. But good
Yeah.
one, Chris.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah, so my down bad is Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mavs went all in for Kyrie, which,
They did.
I mean, Kyrie is a good basketball player. You can say what you want about him off the court and what he does.
Flat earther.
He's probably not the best teammate. And Luka came out and said he said that he just isn't having fun.
He said like over the last month he's not having fun.
Yeah.
Which is basically how long
the
they've
exact
had
same
Kyrie.
timeline as
He said
when
he
Kyrie
doesn't
joined
feel the
team.
same joy on the court lately. He mentioned there's a lot going on beyond basketball. Which Kyrie, I just, like Chris was saying before, Kyrie was only going to be happy in one place, and that's LA.
Mm-hmm.
And the Nets were just never going to trade him there.
No.
Because it came out that, like, the Lakers were the only team that they weren't going to consider trading Kyrie to. Which, I mean, if you're the Nets, I don't know why you didn't, because you could have gotten a lot from, I mean, they got a lot from.
They got a lot from Dallas, which is stupid on Dallas.
That sucks for
Yeah.
Dallas.
Because, like, if you're Dallas, you just don't need Kyrie, really.
No.
They were doing fine without him.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you try and stack as much talent, and you hope that it just works. But, I don't know. Luka, like, he just seemed like he just played and had so much fun, and he was fun to watch, and he's clearly not happy.
Yeah.
And it's like, is he going to...
What do you think Kyrie is doing in the locker room that's like just screwing up these teams so bad?
I think he just doesn't. He doesn't want to play. Like,
I
I
don't
look
think
over his career. He like finds ways not to play, whether it's I'm fasting this week. I can't play, or like whatever the reason is. He just finds ways to like not play, and he just shows up whenever he wants.
And he balls out.
He does play good.
It's impressive that he can do that.
Yeah.
But as a teammate, you got to be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm practicing all the time. I'm playing every game, and this guy can come in whenever he wants and do whatever, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I could see it not being so much what Kyrie does. It's more like he's just everybody's got to like act different when Kyrie walks in.
Sure.
So it's
And he
Maybe-
takes the ball away from Luka a lot.
yeah, maybe like Kyrie's not like saying the wildest stuff in the locker room to where it's like causing issues, but it's just there's just such a weird dynamic where like if you mention one thing about what Kyrie has said about anything, because
That's
if you
true.
say like the world is round, is Kyrie gonna freak out and sit out for 10 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Luka's position, like Dallas, really good team without Kyrie.
He was the star.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
They were doing fine without him. They bring in another star. In theory, it sounds nice.
Yeah.
But if that star is taking away from Luka,
Taking away his touches.
his
taking away his
touches, it's probably not as fun anymore.
I mean, everyone's looking at Kyrie and like, Kyrie's doing all this for the Mavs, and
Yeah.
Luka's kind of like,
It's one.
it's
It's
still good.
it's one thing if Luka was the guy, but his team sucked.
Yeah.
Then I get bringing him in. But
Yeah.
Luka's the guy. The team's doing well, and then they bring in another guy.
Yeah. Basically saying like, you're not good enough to take us where we want to go,
Yeah.
Luka. We need another guy with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how long do we think Kyrie's contract is? Because
I don't know.
It's probably 2 or 3 years. I wouldn't pay him any more than that. Don't know if he's going to show up.
True.
I'm just looking to see like how long. Okay, so he signed.
Well, he can be a
4-year
free agent this year.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
So they were basically Dallas was hoping to get him for a rental. Hopefully they do
pretty
well,
much.
get to the Western Conference Finals or the Finals, and then he's like, oh, we can
Then he
win
can
a
go to LA.
championship.
Then he can go to LA.
Or he could be like, oh, I can win a championship in Dallas. I'll stay.
yeah,
But now since they're doing bad, he's going to go to LA. So
yeah. I mean,
Dallas is screwed.
he wanted to go to LA, and that he just was never going to get there. So I don't know why he just didn't just hang out in Brooklyn. I guess like maybe you get luck into
Because they were going to be bad too without KD. He probably knew KD was leaving, and so he's like, I want out too.
Yeah. Why would
I'm
you
done.
want to stay? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
My down bad is the Chief Saholic guy. Peter said maybe he's up good. Could be up good.
Depends on how
He's
you
up
look.
good right now.
Yes.
He will be down.
He
bad.
will be down bad.
Correct.
Because he
Probably by the end of the week.
Yeah,
when this comes out.
So, for those of you who don't know who Chief Saholic is, he's this guy who would dress up in a wolf costume and go to all these Chiefs games in like super nice seats. And everyone was like, how is he paying for this? Turns out he would rob banks with guns in the wolf costume and then go to the Chiefs games. So he...
How do you get away with that for a season?
I don't know. It was truly incredible, but he was on... He wasn't arrested. He was on bail.
He
He
was
was arrested, but got bail or something. Or
Got
because
bail.
he had a future.
He did have a future, yes.
Yeah.
Did that get him out of jail?
I don't know how it all works.
maybe he
exactly,
paid his
but
bail with the future. Who knows?
Can you do that?
I mean, he won.
The future's in your
guess.
account.
Yeah, he won.
Then you just have somebody log into your account, cash out.
Yeah, then pay his bail.
That would be electric if you were in jail and your future hit and you got out of jail because of that. But he had an ankle monitor, cut it off, and now he's on the run. So no one knows where Chief Saholic is. He's up good right now, but if he
Overall,
gets
he's
caught,
gonna be down
be
bad.
down very bad.
Yeah.
There's $1 million bounty for
Yeah.
him. So if we find him,
We're turning
We're
it.
set.
we're set for a while.
Well,
But yeah, kind of just a crazy story.
I have a question that we probably don't know the answer to.
'Kay.
If you collect a bounty,
Mm-hmm.
is that pre-tax?
It's a great question. I would assume it's taxed. I would assume they tax the $1 million because why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would.
I mean, you're doing a good act.
Yeah.
And the
I bet you
government's
they
like,
still would tax
They tax it 100%.
100%.
100%
Because
tax.
the money's coming from the government.
Yeah, so you
So
For
only
the
why-
bounty, so
yeah,
they're like,
I mean,
we're going to tax
it's
it and
still
give
worth-
you less.
It's obviously still worth it at $1 million.
You'd
Yeah.
be
If
getting
somebody has, like-
550,000 of it.
Yeah. Like if somebody's bounty is like 10 grand, it's like, am
Is
I
it
really
even
gonna go
worth it?
through all this to get like 6 grand?
Yeah, no.
no.
No. I'm not gonna be on the lookout.
That's a good question.
If you're then,
Definitely taxed.
Oh, it's definitely taxed.
yeah, classic.
It's the government for you. It's the Biden government we live in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Chief Saholic down bad.
Up good,
Up good
now.
/ down.
Up good,
good
will
now.
be down bad.
Will be
Yeah.
down bad.
By the
We'll-
time this comes out, he's probably down bad.
yeah. Recording on Monday, he'll probably be caught by Friday.
Or maybe he won't be.
Maybe not. Maybe he'll just
He's
be
got
on the
that-
run.
He's got that future.
Maybe he just took off to Bahamas or something, and he's just
Wherever you
hiding.
can't get extradited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good down bads. Let's move into a little bit of. Actually, we're gonna do the parlay first.
Boys Down Bad Parlay is
Boys
back.
Boys Down Bad parlay is back because Final Four is on Saturday, so we can give some picks.
We probably could have been doing this during.
It's tough because
Lines
we
move.
record on Monday or Tuesdays, and then we release it on Friday, and they don't have lines for weekend games.
And
a lot of
games are on
times.
That's true.
Thursday.
Yeah, so haven't been able to do it, but Boys Down Bad parlay's back. If you recall, we're plus money, so
Getting you some more winners.
yeah, we're gonna
And
do
it's
some
only
more
a-
winners today.
Oh, I guess it will be potential 4-man parlay.
Yeah,
Trevin-
4-man. Yeah, we'll do 4-man.
Yeah. We'll get Trevin's.
We're gonna get
pick.
Trevin on the horn here. Should we do this later? Nah, it's fine.
That's fine.
We'll do it now. Chris, what do you got? What's your pick for the Final Four Boys Down Bad parlay?
First leg is going to be Miami Hurricanes plus 5.5.
Okay,
Now, people say, well, UConn's won every game by 17 or more.
they have. That's what I
That's
said.
correct. But Miami is just as good. Miami can shoot. They can score. They play no defense.
Zero defense.
Zero. But I like Jim Larinaga. He's got the experience over Dan Hurley.
Yeah.
He's taken a team to the Final Four. He knows what it's like to play or to coach in the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just a guy to root for. Like, You could see him on the sideline. He just has confidence in his players and doesn't yell at them. He just is like, we're going to stick to the game plan, and it's going to work.
Okay.
They can keep it. I think it'll be close.
Yeah.
They may not win, but
It's a good pick. I think they'll be close Final Four
it's a
games.
Final Four. It's got to be a close game.
Yeah. Peters, what's your pick?
Yeah, so this is one where, for all the reasons Chris just said, Miami plays no defense. The smart thing would be to say under, because they're going to tighten up, they're going to have the nerves. But we're taking over 149. Miami plays no defense. UConn can shoot the lights out of the gym.
Yep.
Miami can shoot.
They can.
You know, the thing is, I don't think that we're going to get a 16-1 run in this game. I think it's going to be a tight game. We're trading baskets. We're getting over.
Fouls at the end.
Fouls at the end. They're not going to matter. Maybe take an alternate.
Ooh.
Alternate over.
But we're going to stick with the 149. We just can't have a 12-0 kills us.
That's fine.
Well, yeah, it depends how fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, a
but
12.
yeah,
Miami and Houston had a huge run in it, and
true.
they still scored 160-some.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Over 149.
I love that pick so much that I'm going Miami, UConn, first half over 70
Over.
for every reason that you guys have said. Miami plays zero defense. Absolutely none. UConn has been blowing people out. They're going to be scoring a ton of points. Miami can shoot really well. They showed it in the game against Texas when they came back. They did
Texas
not miss.
is good defensively.
Yeah, they just didn't miss.
Yeah.
Ever. So the first half's going to fly over. The game's going to fly over. And that one's going to hit for sure. So we get
Yeah,
Trevin
Same game.
Yes.
Same game.
So we're going to have
See what Trevin
Trevin
we'll see what Trevin
he's
does.
going to have to pick the other game.
I kind of want to
actually
wait to
has
see what he says and
Okay.
see if he
Are
picks.
we going to do a
Okay.
roulette right after this?
We'll just get his number.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he'll have to do
We're
his
calling
rant, too.
Trevin. Need him to pick up.
He's doing the
This is
tax.
great podcasting.
Yeah. This is not great.
Oh no.
Could become a three-manner.
Maybe he's running to the car.
FaceTime. Oh, here we
There
go.
he
There he
is.
is. Hey,
So-
Trevin, put it up. Yeah.
You're on the boys down bad. You got a pick for March Madness.
Final four.
Final four.
Parlay.
Parlay.
Oh
Bo-
gosh, I just might have broke something.
He might have broke something.
Oh boy,
I don't know why I
What did you
FaceTime.
break?
some blinds at work.
Oh, no.
It's just thought somebody just looked at me.
Oh.
Anyways, all right. Later problem.
Anything?
Yeah.
Anything jump out to you?
What have you guys taken?
Miami spread, first half over, and total over.
So we have 3 on the same game.
So if you
Anything jump out to you in the FAU game?
Just put me on the spot, huh?
Yeah. It's a gut call.
Okay.
This is really
I
good
think-
podcast.
Let me look at one thing really quick.
Okay.
He's doing some research.
could it be in all Florida?
No, I don't like FAU. We're just gonna take the over.
Okay.
All right, a lot of overs.
Everybody looks at that game and says, "Oh, SDSU can play D." Well, FAU likes to push the ball. I think they're going to try to control the tempo, and it's going to be a tight game, and there's going to be a lot of fouling at the end that'll get us to the over.
Okay.
Love
All
it.
right.
Great analysis.
A lot of overs.
Love that. A lot of points in the Final Four.
Yeah, and then we got you for your rant on the J Screws.
Yeah. So, have you guys talked about this at all?
Nope.
We will after you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a rant, but I just had to get some things off my chest and kind of open up a discussion.
Okay.
Okay.
So yesterday I was watching the Creighton game, and I don't think I've ever actively cheered as hard against a team as I was yesterday. I was fist pumping every time they did something bad. I was like, it was thrilling when they lost. It was almost concerning how happy it made me.
Okay.
So and Tava, my girlfriend that I have.
Whoa,
was
you have a
watching it.
girlfriend?
Yeah,
Wow.
she was watching it with me and was like wondering how I could get so excited at a team losing, and I'm like, that's a fair question. And I don't know. I mean, we all hate J-Skers. That's obviously the reason. I mean, it's just the J-Skers. But then I was thinking, what if like UNO made a run in the tournament? I feel like all the Husker fans would be supporting them, and there's a lot of UNO fans that support Husker football, and like that's not a problem at all. So why is it Creighton? Why do we hate Creighton so much? Like, don't get me wrong, absolutely hate Creighton, hate J-Skers. But why is it?
Oh, that's a really good
actually
question.
a really good question.
Yeah, I mean they are they do get really cocky, so that doesn't
Very
add to it.
cocky.
Yeah, they just think they're better than
That
everyone
doesn't help.
else.
I mean, they think they're better than us.
But then they also cheer for us
Yeah. So
Like
my
during
theory
football.
was always,
and basketball.
you
So
can, like, if you grew up in Omaha, you can be a Creighton fan and a Husker football fan, but you have to be a bigger Husker fan, like Husker basketball fan. If you're at a Nebraska Creighton game and you're wearing blue, I don't think you should be able to support the Husker football team. It was always my train of thought.
agreed.
Yeah.
But you can be a Creighton fan and a Husker football fan if you're more of a Husker fan. It's
You're more of a
kinda
Husker football fan.
More of a Husker.
No, like more of a Husker
basketball?
basketball fan.
basketball, yeah.
Oh.
So, like, if you cheer for Creighton and Nebraska basketball both, you have to cheer. If you want to cheer for Husker football, you have to cheer for Nebraska basketball more than Creighton. You can cheer
You
for
gotta be wearing
both.
red when Huskers and Creighton are playing.
You have to wear red.
I think that's a fair way to kind of draw the line.
My thought is, if you're a J-Sker, so you're more of a Creighton fan in basketball and more of and you're a Husker fan in football, then you shouldn't be able to take ownership of either.
You're just a
At all.
Nebraska fan. You're a
Yeah.
fan of the state.
You're a fan of the state.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have a team.
That's fair.
You don't get to take credit for Nebraska's wins, and you don't get to take credit for Creighton's
Creighton's.
wins.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because really, you don't have a team.
You don't have a team.
You have two teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't be. I was trying to relate it to football, I guess. We're not really rival. Well, we're rivals.
We're rivals.
But
Yeah.
you can't be a Bears and a Packers fan. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't be a Texas and an Oklahoma fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Once I started thinking about, like, UNO, I'm like, I would definitely, like, be cheering for them if they made the tournament.
I would too.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Local team.
I think
But-
it's just because the Creighton fans suck,
Yeah.
but I don't really have
Yeah.
a specific example.
Yeah, that's just where my head was at yesterday. I mean, I was way too excited to see them lose. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't know. That you raise a lot of good points, Trev.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Do you have a roulette number that we can write down for you?
We're doing that again.
Sure are.
I mean, I'm not in. Let's go with 29.
29.
29. All
29,
right.
okay.
We'll let you know if it hits or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were just doing it now, but we'll let you
We'll do
know.
it later.
That's all right. Just let me know.
All right.
All right.
All right. Take
See ya.
care.
Thanks for calling in.
All right.
That's a really good point.
He brings up some good points.
Because I would be cheering for UNO, I think.
I would
if
too.
they were in the tournament.
Yeah.
I
But
think-
I could not cheer for Creighton. Like,
No.
I was like him. Like, I was over the moon when they lost.
Yeah.
I think it's because Creighton fans just they're kind of like Chiefs fans. They love just posting right after they win.
And
Like-
they never post when they lose.
And
Or
like
they
yeah.
never
You
like
don't-
they blame other people when they lose. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, the
or you
refs
don't
sucked.
hear them like
or,
talking after like I don't know. You don't hear them talking all year unless they beat Nebraska, or if they just win, it'll just be like a post on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't post like when the Huskers win. I don't like post something,
Yeah.
but it's because I also die with the team.
Yeah.
Like I'm living and I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Exactly.
need to. I'm not getting so high for a win because I know that it could come crashing down, and then you're the guy who just posts when your team wins, and then people don't like that.
Yeah.
So I think they just like talking about Creighton when they're winning.
They just think they're better than everyone else. Like I think they look down on Nebraska fans.
Yeah. For basketball.
Oh yeah. Which I mean, okay, fine. Like yeah, you guys have been more successful, but
We beat you.
we beat you this year, and they still are like, oh,
We'll just win in the tournament.
we'll just win the tournament.
Yeah.
You guys never win in the tournament. Blah blah blah. It's like, okay, we still beat you this year.
Yeah.
I think they just always have that, like, if they lose to Nebraska, then they're just like, well, we'll just win. We'll get to the tournament, and then that's their excuse.
Mhm.
After Nebraska beat them, you didn't hear anything from Creighton fans for a while
Mm-hmm.
until basically the tournament.
Yeah.
They
True.
all went quiet. Like, oh, do we suck this year? Like,
And they did.
They did for a while.
yeah.
And now,
And then all of a sudden they started winning close to the tournament, and then in the tournament, and then you heard it
Mhm.
again from them. Like,
I feel like I wouldn't have a problem if they were like ride or die all the time.
yeah.
if they were ride or die Husker fans, I still wouldn't like them, but I would at least respect. If you're,
They're all in on their team.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
And I can understand, like, if you were born in Omaha, live in Omaha, went to an Omaha high school, okay, fine. Like, I get it. You're probably Creighton's the local team in Omaha.
Yeah.
Like, if you're from Lincoln or pretty much anywhere else in the state and went to Nebraska, you should cheer for Nebraska.
I don't feel
and
like
hate Creighton.
I know anybody outside of that was born or lived in Omaha that is a Creighton fan over a Nebraska fan. I think the only people I know are from Omaha.
From Omaha.
Yeah. So say Omaha or say Creighton gets a football team. Would these Creighton fans be Creighton football fans over Nebraska fans?
Doubt it.
Probably
I bet
not.
you they wouldn't.
They would say they were,
But they're not.
But they
No.
wouldn't be. Because Creighton would suck
yeah.
in football.
I think you have to be.
Because it'd be the opposite, basically, of basketball. Like, Creighton's good right now, so they're getting recruits. Nebraska basketball hasn't been good. They're not
Mhm.
getting good recruits.
Maybe that's
It'll be
another
flipped,
reason
like-
I don't like Creighton fans because a lot of people just like Creighton because they're good or
Yeah.
because they're better than Nebraska.
Yeah.
So then they just like to follow them.
Yeah. Bandwagons.
I feel like you have to be all in on a team, and I just don't think Creighton fans will say they're all in. But if you're cheering for a different team for football, I get you don't have a football team,
Mm-hmm.
but like, go be all in on two sports. Like,
Yeah.
we live and die for football, and then basketball, and then if baseball starts going, we'll talk about baseball.
Yeah, so who do they cheer for in baseball? Creighton or
Probably Creighton.
Nebraska?
That's that's a good
when
question.
Gordon was here, were they cheering for Creighton baseball or were they cheering for Nebraska in the World Series?
It's a great question.
I think you have
Bet
to
you
be,
they were cheering for Nebraska and Alex Gordon.
you have to be all in on two sports, and then I'll respect you. I
Yeah.
don't have to like you, but I'll respect.
I
If
will
you're-
never like
That's fair.
them.
Yeah.
If you're all in on Creighton soccer and basketball, and you're living and dying on those two sports, I respect it because you're all in.
Major sports, not soccer.
Okay, baseball.
You got two of the three major sports, and maybe I'll respect you. Actually, I won't.
Just don't.
I simply won't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just never gonna really.
I will hate you.
I'm never gonna love.
I
Like
don't
a
know.
Creighton fan.
We should have a Creighton fan on the pod actually
Should have
and talk.
Baylor
To
Shireman.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Baylor Shireman on the
I'm
pod.
gone that day.
We'll just
Got something on the calendar.
we should. I do want to talk to because I don't know if I've like had a full on conversation about that with a Creighton fan. Like, why are they a Creighton fan? And
be
like have them
pointless. It'd be like
explain-
talking to a wall. It'd be pointless.
Yep.
No, but actually, it
No,
probably
I-
would actually be interesting
Yeah, I would like to hear their reasoning. And
to
if
why they
it's-
are a Creighton fan.
and what if or they're a Creighton and then Nebraska in football.
Yeah.
I think.
I think they're going to say because Creighton doesn't have a football team.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
That's
But
not
then,
a valid
but
reason.
then, would you be a Creighton football fan if they had a team?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good answer. That'd be good to find out.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. Good conversation. Let's just briefly talk about Sweet 16 Elite 8 action that happened. Told you all along that Bama sucks.
Yep.
I told
Classic.
you
Knew that was coming.
after every win that we marked them down for in the tournament that they were going to lose. And they did, and they looked terrible. They looked really bad. It's classic Alabama, classic Nate Oates choking in the tournament.
They did look bad.
I said it time and time again.
Pressure got to him.
Quinterly was just against SDSU. He was just so set on trying to make these like ridiculous layups, and he was just getting blocked every time. It's like, just shoot it.
Yeah.
Like a rope was just waiting for him
Yeah.
to go, like driving right. He's just waiting for him to go left and just blocking it 5 rows.
Doesn't help that your best player and a lottery pick has the worst tournament performance ever.
Yeah, I was listening to that game while I was hitting some range balls, and the announcers were just saying miss shot after miss shot after miss shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, they haven't scored in
Yeah.
I think
forever.
they had it 12-0. SDSU did.
Yeah.
It was,
Every team that I wanted to win, every time they'd be winning, and then you'd see that little ticker come across 12-0 in the last 5 minutes.
okay, I have a thought about, because whenever a team goes on a run, they put the ticker up that says, they either say 0 field goals in the
Scoring
past,
drought.
scoring drought, 0 field goals in the last whatever.
Yep.
And when that pops up and you have hypothetical money on one of the teams, that is the worst feeling. Because
And it's
an
always
all
on the
loss.
team
it's
you're
an
hypothetically
all-time
betting on.
bad feeling, because you're like, yeah, I know that they haven't made a shot in 10 minutes. I
That's
know
when you-
that.
Yeah.
that's
You
when
don't
you-
need to tell me.
Yeah. I've
Even
been
if-
watching the game.
Yeah.
I know.
Even
Trust
if
me.
Your team could still be covering, hypothetically,
Hmm.
but you see that, and it's like, okay, this is a loss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one
It's
of the,
always the team you hypothetically bet on.
Yes.
It's never like your team and then the team you didn't bet on
no.
It's like,
got that scoring drought. It's always the team
it's like
that you're on.
hell yeah. The other team's we're on a 10-0, and
Mhm.
we're up by 15 now. It's like, no. It's a 10-0, and
against you.
It is
And-
the worst feeling.
Yeah.
the spread's
in-
6.5, and now you're only up by 4.
It is the worst feeling in betting when that thing pops up, that ticker.
It is. Yeah.
That happened so many times over March. I'm ready for March to be done. Yeah, we talked about Creighton losing. Texas was up, 15 in the second half?
I think they kind of thought the
Is it
game was
13?
over.
Yeah. Miami just started making shots, and Texas couldn't do anything.
Texas stopped driving to the hoop, just started shooting jump shots.
Yeah,
and
just blew it.
went cold.
Couldn't make a shot. Gonzaga,
So
that Gonzaga UConn game was one of the worst one of the most pathetic attempts at playing basketball in the second half by Gonzaga that I've ever seen.
I stopped watching.
Bad game by Timmy.
They score.
Timmy
Did
has
they have
another
like
year.
5 field goals in the second half? Something
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
something like that.
Do you know Timmy has another year?
Yeah, I can't believe that.
So does Joey Hauser.
It's unreal.
Oh, I hate Hauser.
Timmy's going to be back for like his 7th year.
Do you think he'll come back?
Yeah.
I
do.
thought he said that he wasn't.
I think Hauser has said that he's
Oh,
not.
Hauser was.
I bet Timmy comes back.
I mean, what else is he going to do?
He's been there longer than Perry Ellis was at Kansas.
Yeah. I mean, he's been there.
He should like transfer to some like a school where he could actually like win a title.
Were we having that conversation? I was having that conversation with someone. If you're at this really good mid-major school and killing it, why would you not go like big time?
Why
I
wouldn't
would
you go,
agree,
like,
except for
UCLA?
Gonzaga. I mean, they're 1 through 3 seed every year.
But
Yeah,
they're just
they
never
they
gonna win it
always
all.
Choke.
Yeah, but where would he go? North Carolina, you missed the tournament. You know you're going to the tournament at Gonzaga, and you're going to be a high seed.
What if he goes to like UCLA?
Is he a starter on UCLA? I'm not sure he is a starter. I mean, maybe.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got so much experience.
That much experience.
Maybe.
Even if you're like, if you go 1 through 5,
He
and you're
dropped
the-
30 against UCLA.
Okay, at UCLA.
Over
he's-
30 against
okay.
UCLA.
How many other teams is he a starter on? He's not starting at Alabama.
No.
He's
but
not starting at Kentucky.
no.
Over Shibwe. No, he's not.
Well, he can play at 4.
If you could get Timmy,
He's not starting at Duke. He's not starting at Tennessee.
I would take.
Oh, he would start at Tennessee.
No, he would not with those two big guys.
He's
they
the only
had.
guy who can score. Tennessee can't score.
I know, but with those two big guys they had, I don't think he would have started. He would have came off the
He
bench.
could have played a 3.
He
What
has
if
no
he
ball
goes-
handling skills to be a 3.
What if he goes
He
like
has decent
Kansas?
ball handling skills.
I don't think he would have. Well, he might have started Kansas this year. He would have started Kansas because they didn't have a big guy. Last year he wouldn't have started because they had
No.
a big guy.
Well, we're talking about next year.
Kansas will have a big
You
guy.
really
next
don't
year.
think he would start at these schools?
There are a few schools he would not start at. I don't think he'd start. Like, what about if he goes to Texas?
I don't think he starts at Texas. Not over Dessous.
This dude's a 5.
Okay, but who is there for? Timmy Allen. He's not starting over Timmy Allen.
Yeah, maybe not.
What if he goes to
Texas. I don't know.
Nebraska?
He's starting at Nebraska. No
Oh
doubt.
God.
I would love that.
I would hate that.
I'd love to see Timmy in
I would-
Nebraska jersey.
I would love it, but I would also hate it because I hate Timmy.
I mean, Timmy's good, but he's not. I mean, like he's not super athletic.
That's why you play him at like the 4.
He's smart.
He can get a bucket.
He is
He's
smart.
a bucket.
I don't
but
think he's. Actually,
I think
I
he'd
think
be
he's-
like a
I
really
think
good
he
sixth.
starts. He starts at most.
I think he starts at 95%
Powerful.
of schools.
I mean, at the top, like look at the top seeds this year. He's not starting at Alabama. He's not starting at Purdue. He's not starting at Houston.
You don't think he would start at Purdue?
No,
Oh, him and Zach. Edey
Oh,
would
him and
eat.
Edie would go. They
I don't
would
think he
never
starts at
not
Purdue.
get a rebound.
I don't think
They
he's
would
a
get every-
really good sixth man at a lot of the top teams.
I disagree.
He might start if he comes off the bench at the start of the year. He's starting by the tournament. I guarantee it.
I don't think so because he can be a really good sixth guy for those teams and score for the bench.
The thing is,
Think of how good Purdue would be if they had Edie starting and then you get Timmy to come in for him, and you almost get better.
if I'm Drew Timmy, I'm going somewhere warm for my 6th year.
Well, he's already
Gonzaga
in Gonzaga.
is
Gonzaga
warm.
is warm.
It's in California.
No, it's in
Or-
Washington.
They're in Spokane, Washington. It's probably
Washington.
raining half the days.
It's still
It's so
warm,
warm.
though. It's
I'd
still
go
like
to-
70.
You go to UCLA, you hang out on the beach, you get some buckets.
I don't know. Some
hang
years,
out.
some years he may not start at UCLA. It'd be close.
I disagree.
I think he's starting at almost every school.
Almost every school.
I disagree.
Maybe every school.
Because you're
No.
taking
Nate Oates would love Drew Timmy.
NATO
Duke would
no.
love Drew Timmy.
Timmy's
Carolina
not starting
would-
over Bediako and Brandon Miller and Griffin.
Brandon Miller's not
and-
going to be there next year.
Okay, but I'm talking this year. Like, look at the teams this year. I'm saying.
But I'm talking about his 6th
He's-
year.
Okay,
But you're
we
saying,
need to
like-
move on from this.
Okay.
So
Lot of
we could go-
disagreement.
We could go for a while. I'm very sad that K-State didn't make it. They were the most fun team to watch
Is there
in a
point
very
guard
long
is
time.
a senior?
Yeah, he's done.
Nah.
Noel's done.
He is.
Dang.
He was like a
sucks.
grad transfer.
Him and Keontae Johnson.
Yeah.
I was really cheering for. Because Keontae Johnson almost died.
Yeah.
Should have been a
And-
Husker.
Desi Sills, dude is a freak.
I was really hoping for them.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But I knew once I saw.
Wild Final Four.
UConn's probably the favorite,
Yeah. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
and then probably Miami's
5.5.
the next. So like one of them's gonna get knocked out because they play each other
What would the line be if it was San Diego State Miami?
in the title game.
Yeah.
Under 6?
Oh,
Oh,
easily.
I bet it's like
I bet
1.
Miami would be favored by 1 or 2, max.
What if it's UConn, FAU?
UConn's favored by 8.5 or 9,
Yeah.
easily.
UConn might just blow everyone out.
They're good.
They could.
They're good.
I know that we have Miami in the parlay, but I don't know. It'll be exciting to watch. Should we
Yeah.
do roulette?
Let's do
Yeah.
roulette.
All right.
24. Going back to back.
There's no way 24 hits again. If it does, it's
29.
9. It's rigged if 24 hits again. 16. Don't know why.
You went 17 last week, and it was almost 17.
Yep, I'm just going down. Just going down the
then
number
22?
list. All right.
All right. Here we go. 24. Back to back.
16. 14.
Oh,
Oh.
That was close.
close.
You don't want that one though.
No, you don't. I want
You
it to
don't
get
want
bigger.
that.
I want it to get bigger.
Yeah. Wait till the pot's a little bigger.
Yeah, that would have been a $15 winner though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have paid for my next meal.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Enjoy this awesome interview with Jeremiah Charles. Great kid.
Yeah. Great interview.
Dude is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be a weapon.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out now. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are excited to welcome on Nebraska football recruit Jeremiah Charles to the pod. Jeremiah, welcome on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We appreciate you coming on, man. So you're actually the third recruit we've had on this pod that has only played 1 year of high school football. You've only played 1 year of high school football, right?
Yes, sir.
And you committed to Nebraska. Do you understand like how crazy that is?
Yeah, that is kind of wild. You have to be a little special for.
What has it been like just jumping into football your senior year and then getting recruited to go D1?
Honestly, it's been a blast. I really fell in love with the game of football just this 1 year playing football. It's like the brotherhood and then the coaching. It's just all connects. It's good.
Absolutely. We love it. What was your dream growing up? Because I know you're a pretty big basketball guy. Was that did you think you were going D1 in basketball?
Yes, sir. For sure thought I was going to D1 in basketball.
Were you being like recruited by any big schools for basketball?
Well, I had interest from a lot of schools, from a lot of big schools like Murray State and stuff like that, but they never really threw the offer. And then as soon as I commit to Nebraska, I got the Louisiana Tech offer.
Oh, geez.
For basketball, yeah.
As soon as you committed for football, you started getting more basketball offers?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So why did you end up flipping to football, or what sparked your interest to play?
I could just see myself going somewhere with football. In basketball, it's way harder being a 6'2" guard. Like 6'2" in basketball, it's like you're small.
Yeah.
In football, it's like in football, it's like almost like an elite height, like a good height.
Was there a guy or someone who like pushed you to start playing?
My twin brother. He was like, you might as well. It's your last year. Play this last year with me. I was like, all right, then I'll do that.
Oh, so you played with your brother?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Is he going anywhere?
Yeah, he's going to New Mexico State.
Mexico State. Nice. We love it. You're a football family. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I kind of have a track question. It's gonna sound kind of dumb, but how do you get faster? Is it just like more running? How do you get faster?
Running at a high speed consistently, like dang near daily, like always running. That'll get you faster.
Okay. So we need to start running daily.
Yeah. That's the problem. I don't run at all, so I can't run daily. So that might be a problem.
So it's pretty crazy. Obviously, we talked about you jumping in your senior year playing football. We see it all over TV. Texas high school football is like crazy. What was the experience like when you jumped in? And can you talk a little bit about Texas high school football in general? Is it just insane?
Texas football is like basically, I don't even know how to compare it. It's like basically college football, honestly.
Yeah.
It gets so much hype and so much attention to Texas football. Yeah, I really enjoyed it because we had a couple of packed stands. And it's just roaring, like the crowd go crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. What was the most difficult part about starting football so late in your career?
The IQ probably about it. Just knowing what to do and how to run a route or just knowing what to do basically.
Did it take you a long time to learn the playbook and what needs to be done?
Oh no, sir. I'm a smart, if I see it one time I can comprehend it.
That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about your commitment to Nebraska. How did your recruitment go and how did you eventually get to be a Husker?
So how did it start? Off the rip?
Yeah, give us the story.
So my old coach, Bob Wigger, he was our head coach at our school, and he had just went to Nebraska and stuff like that. And then he came back to watch Ishmael. Y'all know Ishmael, right?
Yeah, we have him on. That dude's awesome.
Yeah, that's my dog right there. That's my dog. But they came to watch Ishmael and do a couple of dunks and whatever, and they were supposed to leave right after that. But they actually stayed for the game. So I dapped them up during warm-ups and stuff like that, just saying what's up to my coach. I ain't know him as the the Nebraska coach. I know him as my high school coach type stuff. So I'm just saying, dapping him up, saying what's up to him. And then the game started going along, and then I started just going off. Basically, I started getting dunks and stuff. I had like 2 dunks in the first half, and then in the second half, I had alley oop, and then I dunked on somebody.
There you go.
And it was, yeah, I just had a good game, honestly. And then my boy Gage was basically talking to the coaches a little bit about me. Told them my triple jump, yeah, whoop whoop. Man, yeah, and then they finally threw me the offer by the end of the game. Yeah, it took me into the office, and we talked about do I see myself playing football in college and stuff like that. And then he finally offered me a spot.
Did he
on the
offer
team.
you like that day?
Yeah, that same day.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Jeez, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, so I guess getting to Nebraska, what about it was kind of appealing to you coming all the way up to Nebraska?
Honestly, the distance. I didn't want to stay in Texas
Mhm.
for college anyway, so I already wanted to go far. I feel like if I go far, I can lock in and focus on me.
What were your initial thoughts on the new staff? Obviously, Coach Rhule is new this year, and then Garrett McGuire, he's the wide receiver coach, 24. What was the initial reaction with those guys?
I was excited. I was ready. I'm ready to perform. I'm ready to come and work for those guys specifically, because they already have the highest.
Mm-hmm.
They already been at that level. I'm trying to get to that level.
Absolutely. Is Garrett pretty cool?
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog too. He's real cool. He's around the art.
Because like we're 25, and I don't know how I would like go out on the road and recruit like another college player. Like,
Yeah.
He's 24. Yeah. What makes him such a good recruiter at 24 years old?
Honestly, I think it's his background, because his father is Coach McGuire from Texas Tech, so it's like we got to give him some respect, honestly, because you know what he's doing. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's been around it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that's awesome. What was the biggest selling point at Nebraska? Like, did you have a moment where you're like, oh yeah, like this is the spot for me?
The biggest one, facilities look good.
Yeah.
Facilities, yeah. And then I heard the way they feed you. That sounds good too, honestly.
That would be my favorite part too. Have you seen like the blueprints of the new stuff they're building?
Yes, we got to walk through it. And
oh, you did?
On our official visit, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
You can see it all coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there one game in particular next year that you're really looking forward to?
I say Colorado. You playing
it has to be.
Prom time. Yeah. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. What are you most excited for coming to Nebraska and being a Husker?
Really just to better myself, and honestly, just make a name for myself, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. So obviously we talked about a little bit earlier. Ismail is your guy. We love him. He was awesome. He came on the pod earlier. Well, did you grow up with him?
Well, not really grow up, but like in middle school, 7th grade year, that's when I met him, and we played basketball.
Nice. So what was it like kind of going through this process, and then you're both committing to Nebraska? Is that pretty sweet?
Yeah, that's crazy, because this is first year too.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
What's one of like the coolest thing that has kind of gone on during like a recruiting visit?
I like the pictures, and I love the coaching staff energy. They always have energy, so they're right. It's just a good atmosphere to be around.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
The Husker coach is pretty pumped up when you got there.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Obviously, committed to Nebraska, coming here. What kind of guy is Husker Nation getting in Jeremiah Charles? Can you hype the fans up a little bit?
You're getting a guy that's determined, so ready to work, outgoing guy, cool guy, funny guy. You feel me? Just a chill. He chill at some points. You feel me?
Yeah, we love that. That's awesome. Yeah, anymore?
That's all I got.
Being a basketball guy, you talked to Fred Hoiberg at all? Get in the gym a little bit?
I actually didn't really talk to him, but I feel like I could get in the gym a little bit.
Sport athlete.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, change the program for basketball around too.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Love that.
Can't wait for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremiah, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, man. We can't wait to watch you next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Go Big Red.
Red.
Yes, sir. Go be red.
Talk to you later, man.
See ya.
Yeah, we love it.
All
See ya.
right.
All right. Thank you, Jeremiah. Very good interview. Great guy.
Him
Him
with
and-
Jalen Lloyd.
Yeah.
Got
Fast.
some speed.
And Malachi.
Oh my gosh. We are getting some weapons at wide receiver that we don't typically have.
Just throw him the ball and let him run.
Yeah. Just throw it up. See what happens.
Yeah.
Or just, we don't even have to throw it up right.
Just do a bubble screen.
Yeah.
It's a classic Nebraska
Yeah,
play, but now we
Frost
actually have
bubble
guys
screen.
that
Can execute.
run fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them the ball and run straight.
Yeah.
No one's catching them.
Last time we had like a really fast guy. I mean, Trey Palmer was fast, but
Trey
we
Palmer
weren't
was
using
fast,
him.
yeah.
We were
In
throwing
that situation.
we were throwing bubble screens to
Yeah.
Oliver Martin,
Yeah.
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 like J.D.
Oh.
Spielman.
J.D. Spielman and Wandale
Yeah.
did not utilize Wandale to his potential.
Yeah, no. He's not a running back.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Good pod this week. Excited for the Final Four.
Go Canes.
Go Canes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next time we
go
meet,
Canes,
the
go
national
points.
championship will be done. So we'll have a champion
Yeah, we will.
because that's next Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is it Monday or Sunday?
it goes Saturday Final Four, Monday championship.
There we go, having
A
freaking championships on a weekday.
on a Monday.
That's awesome.
That's
Classic
so
NCAA.
Classic.
Yep.
All right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
Chris.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.